5 points here with my Pantheon. Let's have a quick look and see. If we look at the rewards that we have, what I want to do is I want to make sure that I've got the ones that I want. Meaning basically, or anything that is going to then change the like the actual way that we can play the game. Hiya Star, how are you going? So there's a few of these sorts of things. I've got all of these sort of things that have unlocked things. There is actually now 2 pages to it as well. And a lot of these are just cosmetic, purely cosmetic, which I'm not really all that interested in. But I am interested in things like, for example, the apex predators. So they believe themselves to be the top of the food chain. Things like this would be this is the sort of stuff that I do want to be playing with. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a semi-random start, meaning that we'll have a look and then we'll tweak. So we'll generate, say, 10 factions and then just see what we end up with. So there's a couple there. That's only an item. Hunter's outfit. That's just an item. That's an item. Then the bottom here we've got a Hunter's cape. I do have 5 more Pantheon points that I can use for unlocks, but I've already got these now. So they're the ones that I was really wanting to make sure I got. I just wanted to make sure there was nothing else left in here that that I would like to be picking up. A lot of these are just item forge elements that aren't really all that critical. Yeah, these are all just item forge. So I think we're actually okay in terms of the content. Yeah, so again, just item forge things. Some of these are just purely cosmetic. So I think we'll just open things right up and just go for it. So all of the, we'll just want to make doubly sure. So volatile summoner, hero origin. Yeah, again, it's unlock the litherite orb. So hi Thistle, how are you going? Saying a happy new year. But I bet Daz already has been in the future for a long time now. Yes, it's now the 2nd of January for me. So Thistle saying, wow, you have not unlocked it. Yeah, there's a lot to unlock. There's a hell of a lot to unlock. But all the I've done all the. I just wanted to make sure I've got all the important things. Like all of the stuff that then changes the way you can then go and play. So anyway, I think we'll just leave that one back there. We'll just go back. I've only unlocked 61%. So I've still got a long way to go. All right, so let's just go back out of there. We'll press escape, I guess. And we'll go to new game. And we'll just start a random... we'll generate a few random factions, which I really like, that we can sort of go and do this one. So... now we've got the realm in through here, so we can go into like create realm or unknown realm. Unknown realm, a mysterious realm clouded with astral mist. This realm has unknown traits, so we'll need to adapt quickly once the secrets are revealed. I definitely want to play sort of that way, but I want to actually I'll just go fully unknown for now. And the unknown traits, there's a few things I want to turn off here. So just go to the advanced settings to start with. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be changing. There is a way I like to play the game now, where I just literally have the sort of like the standard faction, the standard almost like Warhammer type factions involved. So we've still got other things we can do down through here. Now we've got the unknown traits back up that way. The relative map size is medium. That's okay. 5 players will be fine. Unknown traits. Now I just want this to be on simple, meaning that the unknown traits won't be... maybe I'll keep it on normal. Let's keep it on normal and see what we end up with. And if we don't like it, we can always then just go and change it. So, let's see. Here we go. Beware the unknown. Because we don't know what this is going to be. So we'll just keep that one where that actually is. Realm factions back in through here. Now, we're going to have, I'm going to be changing the AI difficulty up to hard. The combat AI will be challenging. So that's, we've got challenging plus. The AI will use optimal positioning and focus on killing units as well as dealing 20% more damage and receiving 20% less damage. I think that just challenging where it uses the optimal positioning. So I want the AI to play to its best ability, but I don't want it to have advantages as such. So we've got Prophet Joe saying, hi all, Happy New Year. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for that. And so we'll keep it on that one there for the realms, for the actual factions. Now we're going to be coming in, it's got random ruler there, but I will actually come back to this one in just a minute and sort of pick and choose what we end up having. Now the realm content, this is actually where we can then go and change things up a little bit. So we've got the world threat. Now I'll keep this one. Determines the general strength of independent armies. I'll keep that one on normal. The Marauder Combat AI, I'm going to keep this on challenging. The Free City Combat AI on challenging. And then the happening intensity. Happenings are impactful global events that affect all rulers and create new challenges and opportunities as they arise. I hate these. Disabled. So they're gone. I always forget to turn it off, and they really piss me off. So anyway, they're gone. Then we've got the ruler origin filtering. So select the ruler origins that can be chosen for players. So a player is a human or AI commanding an empire and its ruler. So essentially for the AI as well. Now we do have custom rulers. So these are custom-made rulers. No, I don't want the AI to be playing with custom rulers or generated rulers. These are so these are generated, procedurally generated new rulers. I'll turn them off as well, actually. Pantheon rulers. Now, these are ones that I've already played with and have won the game with. And then we've got library rulers as well, which I like. These are the ones that sort of just come with the game. I might just choose only library rulers for this. Now, this is the makeup of the different types of leaders that are going to be coming in. So champions are frequent, wizard kings are frequent, dragon lords normal, eldritch sovereign. Eldritch sovereigns are hard because they really only really work. I'm going to put them on rare. So they'll be rare. Storm giant kings, elder vampires, pure bloods. Yeah, I'll keep all these on rare. And even the dragon lords, I might put them on rare as well. So we just end up with sort of like a fairly stock sort of standard game in through here with what we're actually then going and doing. I love this. I love that they've done this in the game where you can actually really chop and change things. So I'm going to go which cultures. Now I'm actually happy with all the cultures. I don't think there's any cultures here that I would be wanting to turn off. But the form filtering, I think we can actually certainly get rid of some of these. So we'll keep the humans. So we've got the... is it going to tell us what they are? No, it's not. We've got the elves, the sirens. Sorry, this is the archons. Archons again. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to turn the monkeys off. I'm going to turn off the ogres. I'm going to turn off the ants. I'll keep the sirens, I think. I don't mind the goat people, to be honest. I don't know why, but I just do. I'll keep them as well. We'll get rid of the avians, shall we? Even them I don't mind. Got the lizard men, I'll keep them. The orcs, dwarves, halflings. I'll actually keep the halflings, believe it or not. So, and then we've got the goblins, the tigrans. We'll get rid of the toads, we'll get rid of the moles. So just get rid of a few of them. So these are form filtering, where there'll be insectoid, ogrekin, simian, molekin, and toadkin are all going to be off. I'm tempted to get rid of the tigrans. I find them a bit weak in terms of the game. I'll keep that where that is. I think we'll just leave them where that is. So that's going to be fine. Game flow. This is the amount of resources each player receives at the start of the game. I'll keep that on hard, so we have to sort of build up. Now, Pantheon allow ascension traits. What does this one do? Enabled when Pantheon rulers will start with ascension traits. Yeah, that's okay. We'll leave that one. We don't actually have any coming in anyway. I wonder if we should generate some enemies as well. I'll just leave all that on, that's all okay, and then combat-wise, we'll just keep that on sort of the defaults as well that I've got set there, which is fine. Okay, well that sort of then gets us established, so let's go and confirm that one. So it's only a 5-player game. Yeah, that'll be okay. Let's go that way. So, yeah, sometimes I like to play a team game just to sort of make life a bit more difficult, but I think I'll just play it as a standard game. Would you like to save this custom realm? I'll go yes.
Your journey starts here.
Okay, faction ruler. I'm going to generate a number of faction rulers and then we'll tweak from there. So we'll just sort of see what we end up getting. So some of these, so we'll just go random faction. This one here, we've got a dragon with Dragon Lord Umbraxa is its name. Tome of Cryomancy, so it's undead. It's wanting to go Frostling. So it's like a frost dragon, I guess. High, so high culture. These are sirens. I think we'll just generate another one. So we'll just go and re-roll. Another dragon. Okay. I sort of want to play something other than a dragon, to be honest. So let's just keep on re-rolling. I can go back. One thing I love about this is I can go back and forwards between the different things. So we'll just go and re-roll again. Now this is an Eldritch one, which is going to be too hard to play, so I'm going to re-roll there again. This is a Dwarven Druids, is the actual group that we end up having. We've got Primal. Fearmonger, yeah, that's the ambition. Tome of Roots. It's interesting, actually. And so we've then got an Elder Vampire as the leader of these dwarves, these sort of druidic dwarves. That's interesting, actually. I don't mind the look at that one. Let's just generate a few more and sort of see what we end up getting. It's a giant. We have a storm giant, and these are done with sirens again. So we've got sirens sort of in the grouping through that particular side. Underground adaptation, mammoth mounts, cheerful. I'll do another one. Merciless slavers. That's an interesting one, actually. It's very, very interesting. Reclaimers back and through the other side. That's actually a really fascinating one, actually. I might just generate a couple more. Here's another giant. This is a fire giant. In this case, we've got dwarves. This one sort of works, doesn't it? Sharpshooting Dwarfkin is the actual one. It's got empowered by magic, resilient. These are cheerful again as well. So morale goes up. These are reavers with focused aggression. Devious Watchers, Fearmonger. Generate another one. So I'm not really super happy yet with what we've got. This is so we've got a who have we got in through here? We've got a Elder Vampire again with a lupine, so a sort of like a what is it, wolf or fox or whatever, champions back into this other side, defensive tactics, elusive, tough, Oathsworn. This is harmony. Yeah, I don't really like that. I don't like the culture in this case. Do another one. This is another Elder Vampire. They seem to be pushing a lot of these Elder Vampires forward. These are feline, which I thought we had turned off, so I'll just keep on going with this one a little bit. We have Ratkin, like a rat group. So these are Ratkins, the spiritual rodents. They're cheerful, unicorn mounts. Seems a bit crazy. I can't have this, so we'll have to keep on going. Here we've got another storm giant, heroic halflings with swamp adaptation. They start in the swamps. No, I can't do this one either. Just keep on re-rolling. Keep on re-rolling. Another Elder Vampire. I sort of don't want to be playing the Elder Vampires, to be honest, with what we've got. But these are barbarians. Underground adaptation coming from this particular group. Pikachu saying the Age of Wonders 4 feels like it's a bigger roleplay factor than Stellaris to me, even though it has less DLC than Stellaris. Yeah, it's a great game. Great game. And hi, Began. How you going? Hi to everybody else. Hi, NMTX. Let's have a quick look down to see what other ones I've missed. Sitchin was saying Happy New Year as well. Pikachu Song saying, hey, Daz, Age of Wonders 4 has a lot of roleplay potential, eh? Yes, it does. A hell of a lot. Like, as you can sort of see, all of these are, every time we're rolling something, we're getting something really quite different. Maybe I should just pick one and go with it. I was saying Rainbow Affinities on that one. I don't know which one you're talking about. And Began saying this game is trolling. The game is trolling Daz this morning. Yes, it sort of is actually. But with Barbarian, I don't mind. I don't like the underground adaptation. What I can always do is I can go back in and edit them. If once I sort of get something close, I think I'll just generate a couple more and just sort of see what we end up with. Here's another Storm Giant with Elysians. So we've got sort of like an Elysian group back into here with a Storm Giant. Don't know if that sort of works. And this is another underground adaptation. This is feudal with a monarchy. Just do one more and then we'll go back and pick one to edit. And yeah, I don't want to be playing as an Eldritch Sovereign. It's too difficult. All right, let's go back through. Just get a bit of a short list. Don't like that one. I do like the idea of this one, but not the underground adaptation. And also the Ceaseless Cacophony doesn't make any sense with the orcs. So we need to change that one. But Barbarian, Fabled Hunters, Vigilante Knights. Don't really like that either, to be honest. Hi, Battle Mode. How you going? So Battle Mode is saying, I meant to ask what happened to Chat Tactic. I just haven't got back to it. I will actually be kicking it off again in the new year. I just, every time I think about doing it, I then think, oh, I want to play this instead. It's particularly in the last couple of months. There's been so many games that have just been have just really grabbed my attention. Even today, like I was coming out, and all I could think about was the games I've been playing recently, and then I thought, oh, Age of Wonders, I haven't played that for a little while, so that was sort of like the one. Yeah, so Battlemate saying it was the highlight of my week, so you better get back to it. Yeah, I do want to do it. I want to find I do enjoy doing it actually, but it just it ends up like there's just been so many games. So Battlemate's saying, nice, I'm well into Shadow Empire right now. Yeah, people were saying actually that you're in the middle of a big series there, or started a new series. Kujarim saying Age of Wonders, Dad's least favourite game. There we go. NPC person is saying to Kujarim, what species do you relate to most? There we are. Future Song saying I prefer to custom design my factions in this game for maximum roleplay factor with my hyperactive imagination, come up with all sorts of characters. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Being saying I almost played Dwarf Fortress after your in-depth tutorial play yesterday. I need to finish a Bannerlord run first though. Yeah, it was actually, even today I was thinking, oh, I might just do another tutorial where I don't do it live and I just do it and I try to almost rush it, like, because we didn't get through most of the stuff that, like, not most, but there's a lot of things there that I wish I had have got to. Like the bedrooms is a big thing I didn't actually even touch on in that tutorial. I sort of feel like if I wasn't doing it live, I'd be able to curate it a little bit and sort of speed things up. Bingham was saying it's very helpful to you. Oh, well, that's good. That's hopefully it's okay. I just I don't know. Like I was just little things I thought. I really didn't touch on certain aspects of that yesterday, which really should have. I'll do one more random. What have we got here? Fire Giant. Again, we've got Primal. Stormcrow. I don't like the culture here. I don't mind if maybe let's make a dwarf fire giant group. Let's just go all the way back out, and so we'll just go and just go and create a new faction. But let's make a fire giant faction, and we will make it into a dwarf group. So we'll just start with dwarves. Their traits are that they're hardy, that they've got, they're tough, and they also have defensive tactics. I'm not going to bother changing that. I think that that's actually fairly cool, so we'll select that one. In terms of the culture, which way should we play this? If we're going to be playing with a fire giant, they're going to be fairly aggressive. We could go Barbarian. That would sort of work. Industrious, of course, is a good one. Master builders who value grand cities and strong armor, preferring a defensive attitude over an aggressive one, has higher production income. That sort of works, you know. Like that's a good one. I haven't played that for a while, so we can sort of play as industrious dwarves rather than anything else. The last one was Primal, which doesn't really work for dwarves. Feudal would work as well. Feudal with a fire giant king would sort of be interesting. High culture doesn't really work in that sense. Architect is sort of more like with archons. This one doesn't do much for me, to be honest. Barbarian is another one that we could actually go with. But Industrious sort of really is your... Actually, this one here is... this is a Reaver, a society of industrial opportunists. Pragmatic and brutal, they combine the material and the arcane, expanding their dominion through conquests and hunts. Has higher production and mana income. Units are specialised in focusing down marked targets with focused aggression. They have less Whispering Stones. They're in total war. War spoils. It sort of, again, works for dwarves. But it's sort of a bit more, I don't know about a fire giant in charge of these sort of guys with the cannons and things like this. Prophet just saying, battle mode, please continue a Shadow Empire beginner's guide. There we are. Yep, that's be good, a good idea. Okay, so it's Industrious or Reaver or Feudal. Feudal, we end up with sort of like a bit of a more of a basic group. I don't know, is any of you guys sort of really Industrious Dwarfs? How bold is that? I think you're being facetious there. What's the last one? Mystic we don't want. So I think it's out of those three. Reaver would be interesting. I haven't played Reaver for a long time. So Orangutan saying Fire Giants like Gulliver's Travels, the Dwarves of One. Not sure what you mean with that. So Barbarian possibility because of what we have. Feudal sort of works as well. It does have one order. We've got monarchy there or aristocracy. It's going to be monarchy if we do go and play this one here. Reaver, we don't have anything else other than just Reaver itself. I think we'll play Reaver. Let's just try Reaver and see how we go. This will be a bit different, so we'll select that culture. Now we have to choose what we end up having. Actually, if we just go back out again, and with Reaver, this is a society of industrial opportunists, pragmatic and brutal. They combine the material and the arcane, expanding their dominion through conquests and hunts. So they've got high production and mana income. Units are specialised in focusing down marked targets. They use a lot of ranged units, which would be still okay, I think. Less Whispering Stones. Total war, I don't know what that really means here. So no Imperium through penalties from war without war justice. We can go to war whenever we like. War spoils. So war spoils are unique resources gathered by the Reavers through conquest and battle with empires, dwellings and free cities. So they can be used to intimidate and extort free cities or other empires. So we've got things like gaining war spoils. So in this case, we end up getting killing units belonging to free cities, dwellings, or empires gives us extra bonuses. So we really are here to go through conquest. This is running on mammoths, of course. I'm not sure what that one was. Made some big size. Oh, here we go. That's all right. Let's just keep on going. I think that this will be interesting, actually, where we get the different. Once we start to go there, we get the war spoils, and then we can use war spoils here to essentially, I think, muscle, strong arm our way through. Intimidation is what we can then go and make use of. All right, so with that in mind, when we go to the next grouping in through here, we now get to choose how we then adapt this with the society traits. And so there's things, for example, like merciless slavers. They're merciless to them. Life is a commodity that may be taken by blade or chain. So routing units are captured on your side. So in this case, routing units are captured. Yeah, we don't really want that as such. Prolific swarmers, we don't need that either. Ritual cannibals, we don't really need that. Ruthless raiders, they murder without remorse and interested in loot and plunder. The nearest city gains +3 gold and draft per units killed after successful combat. Gets 2 random hero items. That's actually not bad. So that would actually be a fairly good one for us, I think. Let's go back up the top. Let's go to Materium and see what we get in through here. Great builders. So hi, Tenry is saying, I find smaller bite-sized video tutorials that go into a specific topic a lot better than 2-hour plus monsters that cover God knows how many topics. Just like early Shadow Empires videos Daz did. Yeah, 5 minute. Yeah, I know what you mean. I actually like that format. It's just that I really do enjoy doing live streams. So, I will come back to that format again for other things. And saying, fanboy emote when. Yeah, I know. I've got to do. I've got to go and do some of those. Actually, I've been using the Affinity program in recent times, and really, really enjoying it. It's actually really quite. It's really quite professional. Like, because my day job is as a graphic designer, and I don't use that for a lot of things. That are important. Like I still use the Adobe Suite, but God, it's getting close to challenging the Adobe Suite now. Okay, anyway, let's keep on going. So we've got Wonder Architects. So they're inspired by unique constructions in the ancient wonders of old. So ancient wonders do not require population in order to be annexed by a city. Okay, so one nearby ancient wonders is cleared. That's actually not... That would be interesting as well. Subterranean Society, so we don't really need that one through there. Runesmiths. Legendary smiths weaving magic into their finely crafted creations through enchantments. So I don't think we'll worry about that. Reclaimers, so they gain binding essence and fragments for clearing infestation spawners. That would be interesting. I think we'll go that way. Let's get Reclaimers, and we'll go back up to one of the other ones. Actually, Apex Predators is another one. They believe themselves to be the top of the food chain. Yeah, no, I won't do that one, actually. I won't. That's one that we have just unlocked in the Pantheon. Druidic Terraformers. I don't want that one. I'm going to go back up to Ruthless Raiders, I think. Murder Without Remorse. Let's go that way. That's our two. So we'll choose those two traits, the society traits that we've then got. Let's go and select.
Choose your first tome of magic.
Now we've got the tome of. We've got these different ones in through here at tier 1. Now they've got the fiery arrows. Fire is going to be, of course, a good one. It's almost like a no-brainer to go this way. So let's just go and select this one. And now we go and choose our leader. So we have like a whole range of them now that we can sort of then go and choose. I love that they've sort of now put them into different groups. So that we'll choose the Giant Kings. Let's just go select, and then we have to choose what type of Giant King we're going to have. So we'll choose a Fire Giant King. So we'll start this way. Select.
Reveal yourself.
And then we have the our Reavers below us with the actual, and we'll just start to change the Fire Giant itself. So body type, I can go back through the dwarf, like the overall look of everything. Well, actually, there's the race there. If I sort of go and select these guys, we can then sort of go and choose the way that they actually look. Arm length is looking fine there. That's fine. Hand size is big. That's fine. Leg length. Yeah, I don't mind them being a little bit taller than standard dwarves. So just a little bit. Just bring it back. Head size normal. That's fine. Skin color will be okay. Body shape doesn't really matter. Voice override. I'll leave that one where that is. Physique, I'll keep it sort of fairly stocky, and I'll keep all the other things where they are. The army mount type, we're just going to be using boars, which I think is fine. So I'll leave them where they are. The ruler, I'm just going to get rid of the things like skin decoration to start with. Just come back with, and then the head. We'll just go back to a standard giant sort of head, I guess. Something like this. And then we can sort of start from this point and sort of work our way forward. So we've got the outfit. What sort of outfits do we have? I do want this one to be sort of like decked out in some sort of armor, I think, for these Reavers. So we'll go that way. These come through the Pantheon. These are actually, this is the Archon Giants. This is their uniform. What else do we have? We've got that one there, but I'll go this side here. We also have things like this, which sort of works in well with the other Reavers, but I'll go with the Archons, so you can have, killed off an old Archon. So which one are we going with? We've got that cape there. That cape there looks okay as well. That's fine. We'll just keep that big one there. The head size will be okay. The hair tip color, I'll make it go red. root colour is fine. I'll keep that one where that is. What we end up having is very important to choose your class, no matter which faction, which type of ruler you're playing as. If you go back to the first pose, and I wish it would start off by default on that first pose, it will then show you what you actually then got, what you're dealing with your with the type of fire giant that you actually have. The leg length, I'm going to shorten this, and the hand size I'll keep normal. The arm length, I'll just keep that. It doesn't make much difference there. Physique, I'll just make him a bit sort of stockier as well. And body type, we can go either female or male. I've got random stuff now happening. Hang on, let me just go back again. Head, grab that one. Eye colour, I'm happy with. Outfits, that one. Cape, that one is fine. Yep, so that's going to be fine. So we'll keep the overall look this way. Now the classes we've got a few different classes we can then go and choose for this type of giant. Okay, so with the warrior, the hero class specialises in charging attacks, dealing damage and gaining strength through fighting. Then we've got the defender, so a hero class that specialises in defending its allies, survivability and retaliation. Elementalist, I don't want to go magic, I want to just go brute strength here, I think, with this one. Ritualist, warlock. Battle Saint is Battle Saints gain further through particular actions that they spend for powerful support. I don't think that's going to work for this one. We've got things like Death Knights, so high damage melee attacks backed up by debuffs and summoning undead units. I don't really want to be summoning. Spellblade as well, a hero class that uses both melee and magic. I think we'll just go purely, I think we'll just stick with warrior. Defender sort of works better as well. Because of the loadout that we actually have, I might go defender, which will then sort of give me a different type of sort of weapons that we can then go with. So we've got things like, we've got the Warhammer and the Bone Warhammer really are the only two. Hellflame ability, yep, okay, that's fine. If I go back to warrior, what do we end up getting? The Great Axe, and again, these are going to be the same sort of thing anyway. I'll go defender. Alright, that'll do us. And colour-wise, I think we'll choose red and gold. And I don't mind the look of this, like the that sort of helmet. That's going to be fine. So we'll just go that way. So that's going to be our colour. Their race in through this other side. Again, we've now got those colours sort of now showing up everywhere else as well. So that's going to be fine where they actually are. This then just changes the lighting, so we can sort of see what they look like in different types of settings. It's probably a bit too white. Let's go that way. All right. So if we go back to the ruler as well, we can then just have a look at him as well in full daylight. Red's too much. I'll just go that colour there, I think. Alright, so there we are. That's going to be fine. So we'll go with that one. So everything has now been done all the way through. We'll just go select.
Your journey.
So Yeren. Lava Churner is the last name. I don't mind that. I'll lock that one in. That's actually fairly good. The Reaver Dwarves, I like that as well. I'll keep that one through there. Throne City is Nimusgrad, which I don't mind that as well. So it's really just that first name. It's going to be a Giant King, of course. Flame Lord is a nice name. Frender Trick. Yeren Etin, so Lafan, Chewik, making through this other side. Call him Vulcan. Vulcan Lava Churner, there we go, that'll do. So, ruler ambition is instructor. So in this case, this hero aims to lead the most experienced force in the world. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. So that's a good one for him, I think. Leave all that where that is. We do have advanced settings, but I'll just leave this one. So we'll just go on. Advanced settings allow me to add in all sorts of different things as well if I really wanted to. So Eddie Money saying dwarves following a giant feels blasphemous. Oh, not really. These are Reaver dwarves. They've come in specially to attack this realm, whatever the realm happens to be. Let's just go onwards. Traveling to the realm. Here we go. Unknown realm. We don't know what we're going to find here. So these are like we're just bouncing in. Yes, Cecil saying, I feel you can play this game in many different ways. Yes, absolutely. I mean, we did some random stuff and picked a style that we wanted, and then came back into what we're doing. All right, so here we go. We've got we're just using stock standard dwarves. Now we start off. Our starting magic. We do have the ignite spell and suppressing barrage. This is going to be something we get from like the Reavers, I think. So that's going to be fine. We'll just click on OK with that. It looks like we have a high maintenance revealed. Ooh, okay. So this one here is actually a realm trait. So materials in this realm are weak, easily worked with, but hard to maintain. So base unit upkeep is increased by 100%. Unit recruitment costs are reduced by negative 50%. So what we end up having is we can actually build units, no worries, but we just maintaining them is now going to be difficult. So we're going to have to really plan what we do. This means that mana and gold are going to be very, very difficult for us to maintain. So we've just got our group in through here. We do actually start off. What have we got? Who is this little group? This is just a marauder army back in through there. A bit of undead. Sometimes you get some clues as to what you can find on the world. As we sort of zoom back out, we've got a lot of frost. And I'm not really seeing anything. It looks like it's very frosty, the actual world itself. All the way around, everywhere. So I'm guessing it's going to be like a frost world. There's a special area there, which would be nice to get hold of. Then we have one road that leads down this way, so we'll definitely find that one. And we have a lookout tower there. What else do we know? We've got some scrolls there, which may be protected. We don't know. Looking for big flat areas as well in the actual world. It's funny where it's quite a big world for just 5 players. So there's something else going on here. Something not quite right. We have another road that leads off to the north as well, up towards this side. We only have 3 in our main army, and we have 1 scout through here. And the scout can prospect, I think. I'm not sure if it can. No, maybe not. I think these scouts are fairly useful. Okay, big and redeemed to name a character. Okay, so first it's for glorious end. There we go. Yep. So when we get when the first hero arrives in 10 turns, you can have that one. So we end up having this one through here. Now this one we've only got this is a risky battle, because we don't actually have the strength yet to take this one on properly. So what do we actually have here? We've got ourselves. So we've got the swiping melee strike and hurl flame. They're at 25 damage. These guys are going to be susceptible to flame damage because they're undead. So skeleton archers. So we've got 2 skeleton archers. We do actually have a magma spirit. So what are they on? This is a prestigious statue. Opulent structure made from exotic materials ready to adorn a ruler's residence. Okay, it gives us some Imperium to get hold of that one through there. Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll just explore a little bit and then come back. So once we sort of start going. Now the Giant and the Harrier, which is a skirmisher unit, can sort of move fairly fast. The Mercenary not so much. I'm going to move the skirmisher off to the north. And can we see what's over here? Okay, we've got a brigand camp there. They're also 210. Just avoid them for now. I don't want to wake them up. So we'll leave that one where that is. Now this one here, I think I'll just move off in a different direction. A gold level area, which is going to be a bit more difficult for us to get hold of. We've got a couple of cartographer tents there, so we'll pick them up next. And we do actually have other units. I'm going to go across to there and pick that one up with one of the units. We'll get the giant to go down this road. And what do we got there? We've got mana there. If we do have a sister city somewhere, we wanting to find that one fairly quickly. Okay, the Reaver City in through this other side now. We're just going to go back in. So initially what we're going to be picking up, if we just quickly go across and have a look at the different things we actually then can go and build. We do actually have a gold mine there. We have a pasture there, which is good. We're going to ultimately end up with a lot of quarries out this way. There's a quarry there as well, so we'll be picking up these first. Our first three are going to be in here, and the first one will be this this farm. So we're going to pick up farm, then probably gold or quarry. I'm not sure which way we'll go. So when we have a look at this one, I really want to see what's going to give me the boost. So the vendor, we get a boost from a farm. So I don't really want to be getting that one until we actually get the farm built. The workshop, we get it also from the farm. So those two there can be built later on. The storehouse needs a forester. We're not going to be building a forester for some time. That's going to give me growth, which will be very, very important. The mana forge is going to needs a quarry, which we will get. The library requires a forester as well. So it's either the storehouse or the library. I'm going to go with the storehouse because we don't get the booster there just yet. So, but we do want to get once we get the farm built, I can then get the vendor and the workshop. And we want to keep on building up our army. So let's just go back into this side. And what we end up having is we do actually have the Harrier, which is like a skirmishy type unit with casting nets and so on and so forth. And then the mercenary, which is going to probably we need a line of these, I would think. And so we do actually end up with a lot of upkeep. So the upkeep on these is 18. The Harrier is going to be the same, no, 16. So a little bit less for the Harrier. The Observer is also 16. But I think we'll go with a mercenary. So we'll just go and get that one built as well. In 2 turns. Alright, we'll just turn that one off. The arcane research that we actually have. Now the Pyromancer, this will then sort of add in fire bolts and flame strike, which would be nice. We don't need that one just yet, and we have the lesser spirit as well. These are all going to cost me a lot, so I'm thinking we go with even these are going to cost me double. This is going to be a very expensive. We're going to have to keep sort of like smallish armies, I think. Well, let's just end our turn there. Right. I just want to go like a handful of turns away from the city, and then we'll come back and start to expand once we've just explored a little bit through here. There's an enchanted den down through that side, which is just looks like just a copper one, so we'll be able to ultimately get that one fairly easily. Pick up these. This knowledge stash gives me 30. Another gold mine down that way. I'll just use the cartographer's tents now. Okay, this is showing me another bronze area. Another bronze area back over there. These are just ashen ruins. That's interesting. So there's 2 lots of ruins there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. Anyway, we'll leave those where they are. these over. Just get them ready for the attack. So we've now got this one. We're getting plus 52 here at this stage. Now we've got 80. We've got plus 40 coming back up. We're going to be one turn and we end up sort of growing. But if I go and look at the what we can do, we don't have anything in here just yet. I'm just going to close that one off. What we will be wanting to do though is growing this fairly quickly to get this. So I might just have a quick look and see if I do rush things a little bit here. Actually, where is it? Sorry, it's this one here. This is going to cost me 30. So I've got 80. I'm going to do that. Just immediately get this one. So just so I can start to get the growth. So we'll pick the growth here. Get the farm. That way we can sort of build up the city faster. That'll give us ultimately lead to more money and more infrastructure. So we'll get that one done. Yep. So these guys here, I'm just going to keep them together. And there is some loot back over here. Just zoom out just to see if we can see anything. I thought there may be people on that one. Let's move back. We'll get our army together now. And then we'll go marching off. This guy here as well. Might as well come back. So bring that one back. And even this one here. These are actually fairly strong from what I can remember. These do actually help a lot with the fighting. Having said that, I do want to go and pick up this. There's an underground area. That would be good to see. And I just want to go and take this location just so we can sort of keep spying out this way. Now, are we building? No, we're not building a unit there. So we'll just go back across into here again and pick up. Do we want another Harrier? Yeah, I'll go with a Harrier. I won't hurry the recruitment because gold is going to be very, very tight in this map. Leave you where you are. And our turn. So we do actually have some. There's some like we've got flotsam down through that side, which is going to give us a little bit of. Now I don't think I can actually get to it. Let's just go and have a quick look underground. Another ashen ruins there. God, they're everywhere. This must be something that's with the creation of the world. It's sort of got to be, really. We'll bring this one back just to help out with the other fighting. That will continue on. All right, so just let everyone else sort of come back. Leave you where you are. Come back up. Those armies are now merged. They've got 90. And we can do it for 30 again to increase the population. Let's just go and do that one. And gold is going to be pretty much, I think, what's going to be the problem for us. So I'm going to go and pick a gold mine here. And that'll do. So we're just rushing, getting our numbers of population up a little bit in through here. All right, so that's going to be fine. They stay where they are. All right, and move you across. We've still got plus 55 gold, so I'll just keep on going with this, and we'll get another Harrier. No, another mercenary. I could hurry the recruitment for 76. It's actually pretty fast. This is actually where we can get things fairly quickly because this is cheaper than normal. Let's do that. And I think we'll still go and get another unit. These ones with their markability certainly do help a lot in combat. I'm really unsure about what to do with this one here. Marked on the target. So marked is going to then make it so that it's got less evasion, makes it easier to hit. I think I'll wait until I've actually got more ranged units, and then we'll sort of bring more of those in. So let's just keep on going with another mercenary, actually. Let's just go and grab that one there. Alright, so you then come across. So we've rushed the build on this guy. So we've now got a full stack, this army. We've got three of the mercenaries, two of the sort of like the skirmisher type units, and our fire giant. Now we've got most of these can move pretty well. I'll just use one of the Harriers to take this one on. So we've got an attack here of 380 versus 286. So I'm going to go and do this one. Now they've got some, like just a lot of undead units, but I don't think this will be too much of a trouble for us. So we'll just go into manual combat. I love this in this game, just incredible. So Jim was saying, I love rushing for tier 3 in this Age of Wonders 4. Summoners can do some crazy things with evolving these lesser magma spirits to tier 3 magma spirits. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, it's the I don't know if we'll, like, it's just things are going to cost me so much that I'm going to have to be very careful of my my mana. So now these, what we want to do here is we want to have a bit of a look to see what level they are. These are all just level 1s. So you can see by the little one down through there, which means that they're going to be fairly basic. So if it's an archer unit, we shouldn't really expect anything more than just shooting bows, which is what we're seeing through here. There's nothing tricky about the shooting of the bows. They do actually have this one as well, which is just going to be a melee strike. This one does get strengthened when landing a hit. That'll be something to do with the actual faction itself. And then we've got the magma spirits here doing fire bolts. This is almost sort of like a mage type unit. Now, from our units, we're going to probably sort of see that the fire giant should have fire protection. We do actually have this hurl flame at range 6. This one basically will always hit, inflicts burning for 3 turns. And then we also have the large swiping melee strike. So this one here does not miss when we actually go and do it. And these will be susceptible to fire. So if I have a look at these units in through here, double click it, and sort of have a bit of a look. So these are avians, like avian skeletons, and we can see there that it's actually got fire weakness coming from being undead. So it's weak to spirit as well, like heaps of spirit weakness, but it does have a little bit of fire weakness as well. That's funny. It's actually also got frost weakness. That's weird. Normally they're a bit more, got a bit more protection that way. So I'm going to move this one up. And so I can actually sort of hit any of these, like once I get to here. So I'll hurl the flame at this one. That's now burning. Now what we need to do here is these will now be able to move up. They can't shoot us immediately, but they will be able to once they sort of move up to here. So they get 2 shots on the giant. These guys also then have fairly good protection. Like if we have a quick look at at what they can then go and do. So these have got reasonably high defense anyway. So base defense is 4. Polearm unit, they get a +1, base is +1, defensive tactics is +1, and mercenary +1. So they're getting like a lot of different automatic defenses against sort of standard type things. Even their resistances aren't too bad. But we'll just go and move these up sort of with the giant. They still have to move to even hit one of these. Get these dwarves up and about. I'm going to keep the skirmishers sort of off to the side. Just ready to charge on in. These don't have anywhere near as much protection. They've only got the one. So, but I'll just leave that one where that is. So we'll just go and end our turn. Yep, they're going after the giant. They missed. So with them burning, they're going to be a little bit worse off. These the dwarves don't actually have fire protection, but the giant will, which is why this one attacked the other guys. All right, so with what we end up having now, we've got the so we've got a whole lot of different units in through this other side. So they're melee units. You can see when I hover over, I'll just try to explain a little bit how the game works, because it's easier to explain in these early battles than it is once we sort of get into the more complex battles. So just to go through the basics, this is, like, I reckon, the best tactical battle game ever made. Like, it's just incredible the depth that it actually has. It's almost like playing chess with every single battle that you play. One bad move can lose you the battle very, very easily. And so what we sort of then find is that it's a real combination of trying not to lose too much health, which we've actually fairly good with in through here. The fire giant itself has actually just lost a little bit of health, so we've still got 115 health there. And even this guy that's burning has still got 80 health. He only lost 8 because he was protecting himself. What we need to do is figure out the best way now of attacking these different units. Now, I've got, if we have a look at the Harrier, maybe we'll just have a bit of a look and see what this guy can actually then go and do. This is a skirmisher unit, but it does have some special abilities. And so it's just got like a melee strike where it can actually sort of hit this one. What this means is when you see that sort of like that bluish white dot, which is... Can I get to it? Yeah, this one here. This indicates that this is the actions that it takes to do things. So we can do a strike up to 3 times, depending on how many action points we have available. So it can do essentially 36 base damage, but then there's protections that then come off that. Melee strike, 100% is the targeting for that one. Private Joe has redeemed one as well. There we go. I wish that we could name the actual units themselves. That would be good, but we can't. We can only rename heroes. So you're second in line there. Okay, then we've got the, and we've got things, for example, like focused aggression, 60% plus 60% chance of inflicting marked if we do any sort of attack with a melee strike. The casting the net is going to be a bit different again. This one is, you can see down through here, this is just takes 1 action point. So we can move and then throw the net. And we have things, for example, like deal damage to the target unit. It can immobilize them, 90% chance of inflicting immobilized for 1 turn, meaning it can't move off. Again, there's 10% chance per stack of marked on the target, so we can actually sort of get with the focused aggression. So we end up with a, we do more damage if it does have marked. This is why using those other units that don't do any damage, but they do inflict marked. It just makes our Reaver units fight better. And it will inflict marked when we do this, actually, so for 3 turns. So if I start with my skirmishers, it makes it easier for everyone else then to start actually hitting them with this marked ability. So we have a whole lot of other different sorts of stuff in through here. Some of those we just sort of mentioned. At the moment, we can sort of see down through there. They've got defensive tactics, which is coming from the faction. If we go to Reaver Dwarves, defensive tactics is part of what we've got with the Dwarves. So we do actually end up with a little bit more evasion, a little bit more defense by playing as the Dwarves. It just makes base ability a little bit better. Let's go and close that one off. So I can decide to attack down into here, for example, and I've got a 60% chance of inflicting mark through there. I could throw the net on this unit here for 90% and immobilize it. It just means it can't move, which probably isn't really something that I need to worry too much about. So I think I'm going to use this one to stop this unit down this other side. I'm just going to go and click on that unit for a second, and so another quick look at the Skeleton Archer. And so this one here is Demonkin, like that's actually one of its abilities, but it will actually have a thing where it can't use the bow if there's someone standing next to it. So can it be used when it's within its own enemy zone of control? So I'm going to move this unit down to attack this unit here. So I'm just going to move it, and I'm going to use the, I think I will actually use the cast net ability on that particular unit. Oh, no, I can't, because I'm then also in the same sort of thing where I've then, I'm now too close to like, if I move down to there, I need to be at least one away, so it can't be in an enemy zone of control. We're in its zone of control. When I hover over that unit, that little eyeball that we see is zone of control. When I hover over this one, the little swords means it's going to do a retaliation strike. Anyway, let's just go and hit it. That's been now marked. So this one now is going to be easier for everyone else to hit. And I want to get this one as well coming back in to attack some of these. Now I'm going to go and try to immobilize this one here. And so I can throw the net at this one. And it has been immobilized and marked. So it makes it easier for me then to hit. Now I've got these different units that have, can also then now move in to hit different things down this way. I can get in, like, if I move to there, I can keep on moving without any problem. It's only if I move through this area here that there's a problem. Like if I get my giant and try to move forward, it gets stuck because this guy will then sort of stop it from moving. But what I will do is I will actually go after both of these units. I sort of want the giant to end up in there. And which means that I'm probably going to end up with one of these units fighting the rear area of this. So let's just go in. We've got 2 action points there, 1 action point there. So I'll go into this way. And now we get 2 flanking attacks against this particular unit. Now when we do that, we don't get the benefit of being able to use like this shield, which will then give me another +2 defense. But so I can do a lot of damage here. There's not very much retaliation that does come back this way. I now open up the gap for the giant to now move down into this location. So I'm going to do that. So again, moving the units in the right order is very, very important. Then we have this sweeping melee strike. So strikes an enemy target in a 1 hex cone. So if I go and click on it, we can sort of see there it's going to essentially hit both of these when I actually do the strike. So I'll just go and hit this one here. So the giants do damage to a lot of different units around it. Now we still actually have this unit as well, which can then come back in and just do some more damage down this other side. Or I can go and attack this one in here, but I think I'll just go this side. These dwarves. These are polearm units. They really come into their own when there's cavalry around. Now we've got 3 shots here. They do 1 retaliation strike. But because we're so strong with our armor, the mundane weaponry that they have won't actually really do anything. So we've now got... these units can't fire because they are... they're now sort of caught with these units, but they can still move back. So what they'll do is they'll move out of the way. These guys will get a free shot at them. Similarly in through here, this one may move away simply but it will then take a free shot from the giant and from this one, and this one is immobilized, so it can't actually move anywhere. So it's stuck there and it can't use its spells because it's inside the zone of control of the giant. So that's sort of what's happening in through there. I can start to use spells, but I don't need to yet. So it's trying to run, goes there, and then we'll have a shot. This one has got less protection. So this one, these couldn't afford to move away because it would be killed anyway. Now if I do that one, I do end up killing that other unit. I don't hurt my own unit, so that's going to be fine. So I'll just go and smack this one. So the giant's done the damage there. And I can just come back in and do a melee strike against this one. I can't throw the net. I can only do that one every 2nd turn. This one here. So even though, you know, it's saying that the odds were fairly weak, I knew that going up against undead with this stack was going to be was going to be fine. I'll just go and kill it. There we are. Alright, so that's good. That one is now gone. So we've got victory. We'll just go and close that one off. And we didn't really lose too much. So we picked up a bit of loot with that particular one. And we'll now just move back into this stack. And we now need to just keep on going off and killing as much other things as we possibly can. Getting the mana is going to be important to us. This is a safe battle. I think I might focus on that before I come down to the brigand camp. So we pick up loot by attacking and being aggressive, which possibly will keep us, you know, floating along fairly well with our gold. Just going to move the rest of these guys along a bit. The reason I'm doing that is because this guy moves at 40, and so he'll be able to catch up and then do the attack without any real problems. So we do actually have now this first one, which is defeating the infestation grants you a base unit on the infestation defeated. I don't think I want that. I want to just keep my own units. I'll close that one off. Searing Blades. Okay, so we now actually have this spell has now been completed, which allows me to do fire damage with my melee units, so with my my base units. So I'm going to select new research here, and we've got Immolate. So enemy units in a 1 hex radius get fire damage as well. Now the Wayfinders, very fast movement. This is for the scout units. We've only got one of them, and we also have +2 vision range for the scout unit. Now we're going to end up with a few of these. They're going to be sort of like a nice little way of making it easier for us to attack different units by having them around. I normally never bother with these because I hardly ever use them. But I think actually I'll go this way. I will go that way. I'm tempted to go and grab those. So T5 Cats are saying, Daz, there's an ad break banner blocking the top line where the money and stuff is shown. Ad break. Not seeing that on anything. Hang on, just bear with me. It's not showing up there. Ad break in progress. Oh, there we go. Just finished. I think if there's I can't do anything about that, sorry. That is just part of Twitch. That's weird, though. That would show up on your side of things. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure where that is. Anyway, we'll keep on going. So we've now dealt with that one. We'll be dealing with this one next. We've been underground there. We want to just keep on exploring. So what we want to find is more of these, just so we can sort of see things. So we do have water all the way around us, which is, at least we know that, which is good. Yeah, I'll go back this way. That's swampland there. All right, we'll end our turn there. Now we have 200 of this, but we'll start to spend this a little bit fairly soon. We also start off with the item forge if we wanted to, but we don't really have anything just yet that we have been able to pick up. And we heal much faster in our own territory. And so in this case, again, I'm just going to send one unit in to deal with this. I'm just going to do a quick save, and we're just going to just do this one as an auto combat. This one is different. We're going up against Butcher Ogres and Wyvern Fledglings. Bit of damage done to us there, but it's still not too bad. And we have leveled up. We'll just go and close that one off. So we found at this location a Ring of Endurance. Gives me +2 status resistance, which is actually okay. And we did find some mana there as well. So we'll open up a hero screen. Now we've got, we do have an accurate mask, +20% accuracy. We've got the Ring of Endurance. We'll go and add that one in. And we also then, so I'll just confirm that one. So we did end up with a couple of random stuff. We've got the Frugal Book. Oh, here we go. Units in this army cost -10 base unit mate upkeep. That's actually cool. So the bigger the stack he gets, like in terms of power, he will actually be able to save a bit of money that way just through this random item that he picked up. So let's just go and now level him up. So when you're playing the game, like you've got things, for example, like your base class over through here, your base unit type, which is in us as Giant Kings. So we have different things we can then do with the Giant Kings. We have the Defender is the class that he is, and then we have signature skills as well. So I can do different things with these. I can actually then go across. This first one is Disenchanter. This one disenchants, grants plus 35% binding essence and fragments. This is if I want to be building like items, which I will be wanting to do at some point. So this will then help me with forging items. Back over through here we have Conjure Animated Fire Sword. So this summons a tier 1 Animated Fire Sword. This lasts for 3 turns. Can be used once per battle. Not something I really want to be getting at this stage, I don't think. We've already got the Hurl Flame. So we started off with this one here. So it deals damage to target units. But we can now sort of do other things with it. I can either choose this one, so Sundering Flame. So it does plus 10 fire damage to it. It inflicts plus 2 Sunder Defense for 3 turns and resistance for 3 turns as well. Or we can go with Large Flame. Now deals damage in a 1 hex radius. The important thing though is that we have to then pick. We've only got one way to get down to the bottom here. So let's see which one of these we want. This is cancels defense mode and removes retaliation strike. If we go that way, we can get to this one from whichever angle we go with. Extra plus 10 fire damage. Effects are increased for single shot attacks. And then we have the Hurl Massive Flame. So it now deals damage in a 2 hex radius. I think that's the way we'll go. Back over here we have Sentinel, plus 20% damage via retaliation attacks. We've got Taunt. We have Shield Bearer back in through here. None of these really make that much difference with, I think, like looking at the end area through this other side. I think we'll just go this one here. So we'll just do more damage with that Flame Strike. We'll confirm that. So we'll close that one off. And move you back. Now we want to go down after these Brigand camps now. So we're just going to go down to the to here. I want to stay inside my area just so I can heal this unit up as much as possible. So I'm just going to stay there. We have another mercenary. Let's move it out in front. We've still got 5 turns before we end up with the first hero. Now, there's something blocking the way there. Just need to make my way across to get to this. I'm not finding any other cities anywhere, which again is interesting. So we may have to just build our own cities. Now, can I get to that with this? No, not quite. I want to get and destroy this before it wakes up. I'm only getting plus 20 gold now, so I don't want to sort of waste too much of what we're doing with the gold. So we'll leave that one there. We can't do the attack just yet. Spell's ready to cast. Okay, this lava rune steel here. Gains Ashland and Chasm. I won't worry about doing that one. Then we've got Searing Blades, which I do want to be using. Base upkeep per unit is 3 mana, and I'm only getting plus 10 mana, so I'm going to need to get mana fairly soon. But I will actually do that one. That's going to cost me a fair bit of mana. Alright, go that way, and then we'll just keep on sort of marching across. And turn there. And we'll go this way as well. Fire giant. Okay, this is actually a this is interesting. This is actually a, what sort of plane is this one? This is we've got blood glass back in through here, and it's sunless. It's a sunless realm, which isn't going to really worry us one way or another. But that's mainly there for vampires. But city ruins everywhere. So the city, and we've now just found out this is Pangaea revealed. So, Pangaea, this realm was dominated by a single enormous connected landmass surrounded by oceans on all sides. This realm consists of a single landmass, surrounded by oceans. Each empire shares a single landmass. So we're all on this one together. And if we go back and press escape and then have a look at the realm overview, we'll start to now see things kicking back in through here. There'll be something in here, I'm guessing, with there'll be some sort of tricky little aspect about this world that we don't know about yet. I'm going to enchant these. This is, our mana is going to be going backwards fairly quickly now, unfortunately. So we need to get hold of this next one through here. If I just go back into here, it's going to cost me 45. I'll do it. And just go and pick up the mana. I'm only getting plus 15, so I'm going down at negative 11. So we need to somehow get more mana. We've now finished building the storehouse. There's the mana forge there. Now this is not boosted, unfortunately, but I'm going to need it to get the 8 mana. I need to quarry. Alright, so in that case, we'll grab a quarry here as well. So somehow we got double growth there. Now if I go back in, the mana forge is now boosted. So I'm going to go and grab that one. That will come through. I can hurry the production of that one, but I think I'll just let it happen. We're still going to be going backwards after we do this one. That would be good as well. That's also now boosted. Which we're going to need to work with. Alright, we'll have to this is going to be quite hard to manage the troops with this with the upkeep that we actually have. Now this is a safe battle. If I move that one there, it's going to be moving him into the middle, which I don't really want that to be the case. So I'm just going to move him off. Now, we've got city ruins in the middle there. I might come and resurrect some of these. We've got city ruins all over the place. I don't know what else there is up this way. Move the giant in, so let's do a quick save here. I'll just auto this one. Took a bit of damage with that one that was on its own. Now we picked up the Hardy Aegis, so we can use this one. This is a like a shield. We can also use this one as well. It does allow us to then fire a mage lock if we wanted to. I'll take the reward. And we'll just go back to our giant. Now the Hardy Aegis, this is actually a two-handed weapon. So I can't wield that one just yet. Yeah, actually I can't use that either with the giant. We'll see who we get with Began. It should be a. We should end up with a dwarf that may be able to use those. So we'll leave that one where that is. We're just going to close that one off, and I think we'll move down this way into these city ruins. And start to sort of get a few of these different areas under our control. Now we've got the, in this case we've now got the lodestone foundry, which we can then go and do for another 10 mana. So we're going at -7 at the moment. Now the boost for this one is 2 quarries, but we can still get that in 5 turns. Now we do also have the vendor. It's going to give me gold, and the workshop is going to give me production. Or this one here. We're starting to become unhappy as well. I might go that way actually, for now. So we'll end our turn there. Yeah, we need to get the happiness under control. Pick up the loot. Can't quite get in there. Just keep those together for now. Then we'll deal with them afterwards. New Empire skill available. So we can now go into the basic seafaring for 100. Outpost cost negative 25% gold. Actually, that's actually going to be good. So I might grab that now because we will need that. So we'll close that one off because we're going to try to resurrect this city. We have immolate. Select new research. Designate target. Again, that's useful for us. I'm not going to be able to use the pyromancer for a long period of time. Let's just go that way. It says we're on one big landmass, but this doesn't seem to be... Oh, this is the top of the map. Okay, so we're in the top corner of the map. Interesting. Alright, that's cool. We'll end our turn there. Day 10. So we should, next turn we then get another hero coming in. Now we don't have we've hardly got any gold. Rebuild a city of Reaver Dwarves. Which we'll do. So we'll build another city up through there. That should give me a bit more income slowly over time. So with the lightning sword, just open up the hero screen. Yeah, incompatible hero type. I've got to use these giant hammers and things for the giant. But when we get the next hero, that could be useful. I'll just leave out one of the guys, so we'll just move all of these up. Just keep those together. Now the other option we have now is to move down to these city ruins and pick up these as well. Or we just come back up through the middle here and just keep on sort of building things up in around here. We'll see what we end up with. There's another watchtower. So Control Willie is saying this game reminds me of a lot of Total War Warhammer. It's is the combat similar as well? No, this is completely turn based and very very sort of much a like a strategic sort of element to it. Actually, I'll just move my head out of the way. I'm sort of floating around in the middle of nowhere, which I don't need to do with this game. I'll just move down into there, I think. Yeah, so no, this is the combat. The tactical combat in here is really incredible. Like in terms of just how detailed it actually is and how much nuanced it is. Total War Warhammer is more about the placement and then the movement of your units moving in, whereas this one is much more about every little hex that you move them onto in tactical combat is really quite different. But it does have a sort of like that immersive feel of like the Warhammer style. In fact, when we started playing it with it, I turned off the factions that were sort of like more non-Warhammer like. They've got other factions that are available in the game. Now, if we move out, there's more mana there ultimately, which I think we'll actually move out to grab that. We could also just keep on coming through and cleaning out the area around our capital. We have other city ruins there, which we could build another, like a third city down that way if we wanted to, but I've got a feeling there'll be more out this other side, so let's just keep on marching through the snow. Go this way. Here we go. Now, do we have enough money? We do. We've got just enough. Okay, so these are from the dwarves. These are from the Reaver dwarves that we end up sort of getting. So we've got like one Reaver dwarf here, which is this one is a Spellblade. That's his class that comes in. We can change these once. I can just go from dwarf to dwarf. We've got this is a mage type unit with spirit bolts. That could be useful. We don't really know who we're up against though. So this guy's fairly good as well. And then we've got this lady here who is has got a poison blast. So she's a battle saint. So she'll end up being like a healer. And then we're back to this guy again, who has got sort of like the Reaver halberd. And he's a Spellblade, yeah. I think this one here, like this one here is also mounted. So we end up with the ball mount as well. So I think that this will be our Beacon character. The only trouble with this one is that we don't actually have... He's an elementalist, so he's purely sort of specialised in magic. Now that's going to mean that all of those equipment we've currently picked up are not going to be all that useful. Whereas for this character here, we could ditch this halberd, give him the lightning blade, and then move from there. If I just go back out again, just close for a second, because we can always just come back and pick it up. If we have a quick look at our at what we actually do have with our units, lightning sword is tier 2, and that one can be used by battle saint, death knights, yeah, defender and warrior, etc. Prophet Joe saying to battle mode. Too much going on right now. Maybe someone should get back to work. Not sure what you guys are talking about, but anyway, we'll continue on. And then we have the Hardy Aegis in through here as well. It's not really going to help me that much. So I was just wanted to see if these were high level, but they're not. We do have this contaminated weeder. Again, I don't think I need it. The world looks to be frozen, and so that will be a part of the actual randomization of the world. So let's close that one off. We'll go back and I think we'll pick the recruit from Pantheon. Recruit. Let's go back to these guys again. I think we'll pick this one here. So we'll... This one I think will actually be okay with the spirit bolts. It means if we go up against undead, we're going to be very, very powerful. So let's go and recruit. And so this is going to be Beacon. So Beacon did redeem a name. So the next one will be Private Joe, I think was the other redemption that we actually had. So we'll just go back into adjust appearance. This is Sir Beacon the Spellbinder. is Began backing through this other side. So so we're playing Daz Demption, which basically means that if Began gets killed or captured or whatever in combat, then he is going to be then Began will be banned for half an hour. Body type, yeah, we'll keep that one there. We don't have like this appearance through this other side. I think I'll just keep it with what we're seeing through this other side. Yeah, that won't really matter that much. Yep, that's okay. So we'll just go and accept the changes. Now I can change their class once for free, and then after that it does cost me to sort of then start to change things, but in this case everything is good. So we're just going to go and close that one off. So Began is going to be the governor of this new city down in here when it's actually when it's rebuilt. And we've now got 15 turns before the next hero. What it's a good sort of little rule of thumb with the game is to try to have cities ready when you actually do get your next lot of heroes. So I'm going to move this one across to join up with the rest of the army. Okay, this one here, tier 1 units gain experience plus 50% faster. Yes, we do want that. So we'll pay for that, close that one off. And we also have mining underground if we wanted to do that as well. Alright, so we're building these things. Now we've got very, very limited gold, unfortunately. So we need to go and destroy things to get more gold. I need plus 25 per turn. Alright, can't do anything else with that, so we'll just go and produce merchandise for a few turns. That'll do us. We're becoming less and less happy as well. So we're now unstable, so our actual income goes down because of the instability. So we'll move this one over. Now we've got, looks like we're going to have more attacks available out this way. We're going to have to go in and actually do some attacking somewhere just to pick up loot. The Reavers pick up loot that way. Or certainly our faction does, I think. Like all of these, we could sort of get a fair bit of loot from. Now, what's that loot? No, it was only production. Oh, we've got ghost fields here, like a fallen giant. Let's just move this one across. Okay, let's leave that one where that is. You've discovered the ghost fields. Okay, so this one here. So provinces adjacent to this landmark gain plus 10 draft. If souls are obtained, this province grants plus 2 souls. Now, different factions will have different types of loot available. Now, we don't actually have souls, but possibly if we got this one, we would. We have the Undying Battlefields Combat Enchantment. A city with 3 provinces adjacent to this landmark gains tier 1 units have the recruitment costs reduced by 25% in the city. And so if souls are obtained, unlocks recruitment of tier 1 skeleton units. So this is good for the undead, but not for us. So we don't really need it. These are sort of like special locations that are sort of randomly placed in the game. Silver Knight. So, Began the Spellbinder, your hero greets you with a warning. Courageous Flame Lords Vulcan. It has come to my attention that a dangerous Silver Knight is attacking travellers. So, we'll have to defeat him, of course. Let's go and do this one. So, he's a liability. Eventually, some travellers visiting Goldvein will die unless we stop him. Okay, let's do that. So, we have to go off and kill this particular one now, which is on the other side of this city that we're building. Did we do the units there? Well, let's just move down. Yeah, we don't have anything there that we have to worry about. Let's just move across. And we'll bring these armies together now. Okay, orders required. I do want to see what's underground. This is a bit of a slither den. These are fairly small areas underground here. Oh no, they do open up a little bit. we'll end our turn there. So we've got another province we can now annex. Now, what have we got there? This is actually a magic material. This is a tranquility pool, which will give us researching abilities. And I can also build a conduit there, which will give me +5 in through here as well. So I'm going to get even. I'm going to be able to catch up a little bit on the mana. Let's just go that way. We do want to then get rid of this guy. Quest, where was that? That was down here. I've got 24 turns to deal with that one. I can get there in 2. Yeah, I was actually heading up this way. I will actually go and take this one out. There may be some hidden units there as well. I will send Began up as well. Let's have them all fighting together. There's nothing much else we can do there. I'll just keep on moving through. Yeah, that's been blocked off. I don't have gold. I don't have the mining ability just yet, so we'll have to. I've only got 150, so I want to save up the Imperium a little bit there as well. So move this one back out. Okay, Lukansk has now been founded back in through here. So we now have another city, and this is going to give me a little bit of a boost in gold. The mana is still not actually impacted by this one at all. So we do actually have this second city now. And it's an interesting little location, that one. This one here would be good as well. There's a lot of stuff in around here which would be nice to have. So city ruins out this way. Yeah, there's Ashen Ruins there. But that's different again. Alright, back we go. Should be able to build a city anywhere I like, so we shouldn't have too much troubles. Now, the governor in through here is going to be Began, so we just put Began in charge here. And so that is done. Now, we've only got 90 in through this other side, but we should be able to get some cheapish stuff, like, for example, the Mana Forge in here. 3 turns before we get the next population boost. Now, if I have a quick look around to see what we have available around us. Now, these mountains are going to be blocked off, so we have to then break out into these locations. So we do actually have a location there, and location here. So I don't know why I chose that, to be honest. That's not a great location to actually have. I mean, it is a choke point, which is sort of interesting, I guess. This is nicer out here. This city ruin here is actually very, very good. We're not seeing too much else out this way. Just looking at what we can then go and build ultimately. There's some good locations out this way as well. Yeah, okay. Well, this is a bit of a dud location. Ultimately, I should have had a look at this before I sort of got started with this. We're not going to gain much by pushing that along. So I'll just keep that one where it is, but we will actually go and build just the Mana Forge. We need gold as well. Designate target, so I've done that research. Now we've got these wayfinders again, so this is going to give me very fast movement or the extra vision. I'm going to go that way because our mana is going to be so bad for so long. So we'll go that way, and yeah, playing on this one here with the double the upkeep on our units means that we're really going to struggle here at the start. Just going to move those guys in a little bit. And we can then take on this one here. Just do a quick save. Okay, size matters not. The towering butcher ogre gibbers in terror as your army approaches. He hunkers down, hiding his features. Okay, so we can slay them all, which is evil, which is fine. Begone, gentle giants. We can sort of move them along, or conscript them as labours. So this one here, draft is blocked for 6 turns, which I don't mind. What did we get? So we received production. Actually, that's actually good. So we block production and then have these guys work for us for 6 turns, basically. So we end up with a heap of production, which means we can then start to sort of either build different things. So we'll conscript them as labourers. Now from this location, Lance of Provocation, and I can always disenchant the equipment, but I'll just take the reward. And unfortunately, we didn't get anything that's going to help us with gold or mana. Now we have the Whispering Graves in through here. This can be counted as a research outpost. It'd be good to get it, but we're just not. We're too weak to claim that one just yet. I think we'll go back to the bottom of the map. Let's get on these roads, and we'll go and do this quest now, and then start to clear out different areas for other cities. So we now have the Tranquility Pool from here, which is unlocks infusions of the item forge related to status resistance, attunement, weakening enemies, etc., which is not really a big problem. Yep, that's fine. So that's our first sort of special mineral. Back up on top. Just keep on having a bit of a look around. Alright, we've got ghosts, lost soul. We end up with quests if we go on top of those, but we're just too far away. So it's going to take me 4 turns to get down to do that quest, which is fine. I'll just move it down. Just move them down together. Oh, here we go. Frozen Realm revealed. Yeah, we thought that might be the case. And so this is one of the random things to do with the actual world that we're on. So our scrying has revealed one of the secrets of this realm. This world's climate is harsh and cold. Frozen plains take the place of lush grassland. So Arctic and Highlands provinces are common. Desert, desolate, temperate and tropical provinces are absent. So pretty much it is just a frozen world. Wish we had Arctic adaptation. We'd be doing very, very well if that was the case. Empire development skill, so we've now got another one. We've got the one we can dig underground for 125. We've got 270 to spend. This one here is gain 3 gold per unit tier of units killed in combat. Let's go and do that one because gold is going to be just so hard for us to go and get. That's one of the chaos ones, so we'll go that way. Which way do I want to go? I'll come back this way. There's a border. Don't know if that's an independent location or not. We'll go down and find out soon enough. Okay, swords to plowshares. The chairman of the Reaver Dwarves Council approaches you in a calm, trance-like state. So, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Will you sanctify the code of pacifism we have compiled? What does he want to do? Before the violence that dominates this realm. We seek to lead a more secluded life. Mark of the Dove. We don't want to do that. We definitely don't want to be doing that one. Okay, so I must forbid such pacifism. So we lose a heap of Imperium, but we gain no new traits. Evil character alignment. So I don't mind going evil with this group. All cities in your empire lose 28 city stability for 6 turns. We'll do that, even though it's going to mean that we're going to be going backwards in income for a little while. So it's just going to hurt me for a little. And there we go. We've now found one of the other groups. So we've now found a. This is Acreon the Endless. He hates us. Absolutely hates us. Just say goodbye. I'm assuming that's them there. Ah, there we go. A bit of food. Yeah, that'll be that one there, I think. I would assume. We'll just keep on sort of making our way down to this location. All right, now back out there this way. If we go and get this one, does actually have a an iron deposit, which is like an and this one has got a gold deposit, but there's something on it. So I'll make a mine here, and we'll still get the production, but we'll get a little bit more gold as well. Oh, I can pick up a second province. Well, in that case, we will actually start to clear some of these things out. There's a magic material there. When annex, we get plus 20. So I'm going to go and grab this one here. Okay, and then we'll end up getting this one as well fairly soon. I'm not sure how we're getting double the population. China Crow, we'll select new research. Okay, so we now have to choose a new tome of magic for us to go and pick up. Look, I've got to say that, maybe even going Cryomancy. Blizzard, because we are on a frozen world. No, well, we're fire. That's the complete opposite of us. I'm not going to be able to afford these things, so that's really not of any great use to me. Warding is not going to be any great use. Tome of the Horde. There's a minor race transformation. That's not bad. The Blood Rite. This is sort of more vampiric. Alchemy. I won't worry about that one. Tome of the Rock. These sorts of things I think will actually start to work well for us. Like Earthkin. Get extra defense, mountain camouflage, mountain walking. That would sort of work well for us. This one I like the look of, actually. Obsidian weapons as well. The upkeep on these is going to be too much for us initially. Rock Blast. Yeah, that's good as well. Stone Skin. Gargoyles as well. I like this one so far, Tome of the Rock. It also gives us a central quarry, and yeah, that's going to be okay. Tome of Discipline we don't need. Enchantment. We won't worry about that one either. Beasts, Evolution, that takes us into Draconians. Tome of Roots. Zeal, Faith. Tome of the Tentacles is always a good one. Tendril Labyrinth gives me an extra gold and stability. This is a good one. This is a very, very good one actually for us. It's not really thematic as such, but it does give me this Tendril Labyrinth to get plus 10 gold is very, very good. Necromancy we won't worry about. Let's just go back to the other one that we were looking at. It's Tome of the Rock. This is good for like base type units, and getting the gargoyles eventually would be good as well. But I think we'll go Tentacle just so we can sort of start to get more money. Although there should be more Imperium, more Materium type stuff that we can go and get. Enchantment. This one here we end up with extra mana per adjacent quarry, which would be nice as well. No, I'll go back to the tentacle. Just because I can get the labyrinth. So I'll pick that one up.
Be inspired by the tentacle. And
Now the labyrinth didn't come up in the random stuff that we end up getting, but I'm going to go and grab the tentacle, which I find so useful in combat. We'll end our turn there. Happy New Year, Cervantes. Yeah, so Gristless is saying, pro tip, avoid dud locations. Well, it's not super bad. We have got out to, ultimately we'll be able to get more mana from here. So we'll just clear out all of the stuff that's down this way. A bounty has been posted for the Pirate Cove to be destroyed. Now, I don't know if we want to do this one or not. We're sort of down this way. Yeah, 200 gold is actually a lot for us. So let's accept this. So somebody's put up a bounty. This other faction has put up this particular bounty. So I'm going to accept that one. It is a spawner anyway, so it's going to be a problem for us if we don't get rid of it. That means we're going to have to go back into here and pick up the sailing, basic seafaring. So we'll just go and grab that one now. Close that one off. And we'll just keep on sort of looking around here to see what else we can find. Alright, we'll end our turn there. Just grab myself a drink of water, be right back. So I really need to get my economy under control. This is not good with what's happening. So we need to be attacking units. So I can get rid of this unit straight away now. It's a risky battle. This is actually on top of a Archon Blood. These are always going to be better defended than most other things. So I need to bring down both units. I'll go through and manually do this combat as well now, because I can get both stacks in here. Just do a quick save. What spells do we have available? Nothing much really. You can't afford to do any spell casting at all, really. I mean, we've only got 30 mana left, so I'm going to have to do this one without spell casting. But once we clear this, we're then going to get a big boost to our mana, which is sort of why we need to do it now. So they've got total points of 488 when you sort of calculate all these different things. Now these are full of, they've got a river troll in through here, which is a tier 3 unit, which is stronger than any of my units. Then we've got a heap of these brewer ogres, which will be a bit of a problem for us because they've got this drink, which does give them the frigid belch, which actually can freeze units very, very easily. So they have the ability to freeze units, and then we actually have a zealot, which will be very weak. It's only tier 1. But all of these units, this is sort of a bit like our units with the razor net as well. Like we've got our skirmisher units with cast net. So similar sort of unit, but a much more strong unit with this one. Let's go straight to manual combat. Now we can see that we've got different aspects of what's happening with the Archon Blood back in through here. So this is like a special resource. And if we have a bit of a look at, so Archon Martyrdom, when a defending unit dies, all adjacent hostile units suffer 15 spirit damage and have 90% base chance of suffering condemned. Now these stones, it's only the Zealot that can actually really make use of the condemned that's actually happening through here. So I'm not going to worry about them so much. These guys here, when they drink it, then it gives them the Frigid Belch ability, which they haven't actually done. Now, if I just have a bit of a look at this one, I want to go and I just need to go in and probably hit those 3 there. So if I can get to, I just need to move up 1, 2. So 1, 2. I'm going to have to move up to there. To then use this ability. Look, what I'll do is I'll move this one into the middle here. So we'll get these guys burning up. I can actually hit those 3 there. Yeah, this one's easy, so let's just go this way. And you can see there, with this one is got fire resistance because it's wet. But these are frozen. These are the Belcher Ogres. So these are frozen units, and they've got fire weakness. If I press the control key, I get sort of all the different information coming back up. So it's going to do more damage against those than against this River Troll. So let's just go and you can see this one's wet. So it will remove the wetness from it, which doesn't really matter. Let's just go that way. And so they've now all just taken a bit of damage, and they're all now on. These are on fire. This one's no longer wet. What I want to do here is just move these up to. Now the Frigid Belch, not sure how big that's going to go in a 1-hex cone. So I want to move away. I don't want to be sort of standing right next to it, to different units if they can use that one straight away. I'm not sure if they can. So we'll sort of move. If I keep units in behind them, they're going to be okay. Got defensive tactics because they're now close to each other. Do have an attack there, but it's only going to be one attack. You've got to stay back. Oh, actually, it's sort of a funny one because I can move these up. Just keep a bit of separation with those. I'm tempted to go with this one. I can actually just see what sort of damage it would then go and do. If I go to that location and then have a bit of a look, it's not going to do much at all. So I won't do that. I'm just going to undo that particular area and just move this one back in behind. Okay, and leave that one where that is. This one here, I'm just going to change the facing just so that it's sort of facing the front. Same with you. It won't matter much for what we're doing here, but just in case they somehow are able to freeze me, I'll just keep them sort of all facing the right way. Giant's done. Let's just end our turn here. Now it's going to cast the net, and it has immobilized it. It's okay. It hasn't. Now we hit it with the pole arm. All right. So we now have the these different attacks coming in. So they haven't actually taken their drink yet. So they've still got this ability. It's got a big cooldown. Maybe it starts off on a cooldown. I'm not sure if that's the case. So we want to sort of lock. It doesn't really matter if we lock them in, to be honest. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to position this unit. Actually, what have we got there? We've got We've got a 100% chance of hitting this particular unit with 3 shots. So I'll take that one with Began. And this one will kill it. That one can't make its way through. But again, that one can kill this one. So we hit it, and there we go, straight down. That is good. Yeah, we've got good attacks here, actually. So we're doing fire damage because we've got the burning blades. We've got 2 shots in there. Can we fire that one? Yeah, we can. Shoot this one across. That's been immobilized. Back on this side, we've only got the 3 with these couple that we then have to go and deal with. Now I'm going to have to smack this guy. We have these flame attacks, which do a hell of a lot of damage now against these units because of their fire weakness. Let's go with it to start with. It's been marked, so it makes it easy for me then just to use the net. You've got a 100% chance anywhere over here. Let's just go and do this one. It's been immobilized, but actually I didn't need to do that. I could have just smacked it from this one. Okay, we got condemned in that last attack. This one's a bit weak. End of turn. It's not too bad. I can kill that one off with the with Began. Now, if we have a look at these zealots, they can't kill me. There's no retaliation coming back that way either. So, yeah, I'll just keep on going for it then in this case. Oh, this is a critical hit going in. Each little unit that we get rid of does help. I can't do anything with these units, so I'll just keep them where they are. Let's move that one around. Now its morale will start to be dropping fairly soon. I'm going to move in, but I'm just going to actually just not actually do the attack to start with. Now turn there. This one's getting ready to run. Oh, we've nearly lost that one. So we have to kill this one this turn. critical hit. Yeah, there's a critical. That's got it. We had 2 critical hits there, which do more damage, and we lost that unit. So that's not acceptable. I don't want to be losing units at this stage. So we're going to be doing a replay of this one when we finish it. So it bled out. So I will actually, I'll just click on replay for when we come back out. This is one of the things with the game. So if you are not happy, and I don't want to be losing units at this stage, so I'm not with these sort of attacks, so I'm just going to do a retry. So what I did wrong there was I moved that one away from the support, and then I didn't sort of move things in close enough to be with it. So unfortunately, we'll just I'll quickly sort of race through this one again, hopefully. Should be in the same sort of positioning. The first attack was good that we did. So that was fine. Moving this one up was also fine. Moving that one up was also good, but what I should have done was moved another one across this side because we got a bit too congested on the other side. So we'll now move these up into different locations. Oh, that was a mistake. That one's not the sort of unit that we want to be placing in there. I don't want that as a frontline troop at this stage. I'm just going to leave that one behind. Okay, that'll do us. End our turn. You can save halfway through these battles, which I probably should have done when I got to a strong position. Oh, there we go. We've been immobilized. That was a different attack. Okay, they've now moved out into a different location. Interesting, like just, you know, the change that it's then made. So we're going to move into here. I've only got 1 point left. You do a lot of damage here. It's been killed. Now I can go back in and mark this one. That's been marked, which will then make it a little bit easier for this one to then do more damage. Now we can't move this one off, but it's so it's immobilized, but it won't really matter that much. It's only 65. I'll take this one here, try to mark it. Yep. Okay, and then we'll start to attack this one as well with the fiery halberds. Now we can do big damage there, but then this guy's going to come back in, so I'm just going to go and put this one into a protective mode. That'll do me for this turn. So by doing this one here, what it does is it really raises up their defense, so that it's going to take a lot less damage. I'm just worried about this one flying back in and doing damage in behind one of these units. So we'll end our turn there. There we go. So we've, by sort of staying where we were, we just take a lot less damage. This one didn't move this time. We can move this time around. I'm going to take I'm going to allow this thing to have a shot at me. So I'm just going to move this one back. Just so I can bring the giant in to do some damage. Now if I attack that one, we're then going to be facing the flank for this other shot, so I'm going to still just keep this one locked away. But I'm going to bring this one back around just to get it ready to attack this one in the rear. This one, and there's another one that's now in trouble a little bit, but we do have a clear shot here. In fact, even that one just is going to kill this one off straight away. Which we can then bring these other units up. So I'm guessing that would be fine. That one's down. Bring Began up. Now, when does he get its net back? Yep, still got a cooldown. Move them around. Okay, that'll do us. We'll end our turn there. Oh, it does have its net. Yep, so they can fly across. If I move into there, I get a flanking shot on it. And then we've got the halberds here, which will kill that unit off. Kill this unit off. The giant. I think I have a 45% chance of hitting it this one. Raise. Miss and a miss. Raised it and it resisted the immobilization, unfortunately. I will start to attack it. Okay, we resisted the bleeding there, which is good. Now I have 65% if I don't move. If I press control, I can then sort of see what the problem is. We're obscured, we've got nearly 40 because we're obscured by a unit, and the unit that's obscuring us is this one here. If I move off, I've now got, yeah, still only 60, still 65. Oh, it's by obstacle. No, that's okay, we'll just go for it. Took a fair bit of damage. Here we go, we've got the kill here. Got it. Alright, that was good. So our halberdiers have done a good job there. Also a fair bit of damage there, but it's still okay. So we'll this now frees up. We should now find that our mana will go way, way up. So we'll close that one off. We picked up a lot of gold as well, just from the kills of that particular group, which is good. We've got Ring of Concealment. Don't really need it that much. I'll just go and take it. So the groups are going to have to heal up before they do this attack. You can now see we're going to plus 14. So what's actually happened there is we just picked up, in fact it should tell us, here we go, Archon Blood acquired. This particular one has now, we need to find Astral Dew, and then we get the full group of liquids. And if we do get that one there, we end up with the province improvement in resource nodes grant plus 5 knowledge and mana. So yeah, that would be great if we could find Astral Dew somewhere on the map. So if we have a bit of a look, it's going to be this sort of little sort of like the gem shape. If we go and zoom out, we can see that's the Astral Blood. And the other one that we picked up was back over here, which was the Tranquility Pool. So we just need to find, there it is, right there. That there is a Astral Dew. So if we pick up this city over here, when we sort of swing back around, that's something we could actually then acquire. So that will then give us the full set, which would actually be really, really useful. Then we've got another Tranquility Pool back over there. Not that it matters that much once we get it, and more Archon Blood back out this way. So there's lots of liquids on this map by the looks of things. So we should be able to pick up that one to then complete our set, which would be quite nice. Hero leveled up. So this is now Beacon. So Beacon has a few different things that he can then go and do. Now, one of the ones we really want to be getting is there's one into here where we have... so while army leader, all non-hero units in this army gain to regenerate hit points. It's a good one. The XP, so they gain extra experience while he's a leader. Offensive formation or defensive formation. This one here gives him minus 20% base unit upkeep. So let's start here, and then the next one we'll get is this upkeep. So we'll confirm that one. That is useful. The ring, I might as well give the Ring of Concealment across. We'll confirm that. And our ruler also leveled up in that fight. So we were going this way. Now deals damage in a 2 hex radius, but has its cooldown increased by 1. I don't mind that, I don't think. Yeah, let's go that way. Confirm. It's really that first attack that's the one that sort of has been good anyway. I'll just go and close that one off. Now it's going to take us a few turns before we're going to be ready to take this one on, I think. Just stay inside our borders. Nothing much else out this way. There we go, Sentinel's Field. Okay, provinces adjacent to this landmark gain stability. Research post in this province gains plus 2 Imperium. A city with 3 provinces adjacent to this landmark gains, the governor of the city gains 10 renown every turn. And units recruited in the city gain plus 1 starting rank, which is actually pretty good. Here comes the pirates. So they'll be raiding in now, this Pirate Cove. It's worth 290, and we really do need to heal up before we start attacking anything. Let's just stay back. We'll have to deal with that Pirate Cove. I'm sure of it. At least we're getting plus 22 mana now. So mana is now, we've now got Rivalry from this other one through here. We just click on OK. Produce the Mana Forge down here, so even more mana. We really need to get our happiness up. So go back to the other city. The diamond ore to get more gold. We'll just go and boost that one along. Still got 165, which is good. These are really unhappy. So I need to get the tavern. For that I need 2 farms to boost it. You're losing 20% city income now. Let's go that way. We'll just queue it up just to get the happiness up if we can. I can't get any more farms. I'll just get the quarries, I think. Actually, there's a farm there I can get. A fish farm. I'll grab that just to try to then sort of boost that one along. Tenra was saying, have you played Phantom Brigade? They released a 2.0 overhaul patch in November. I'm currently enjoying it. Phantom Brigade, that rings a bell. I can't remember what's in that one. The name certainly rings a bell, but I can't think of the game. Now I'm going to have to get going, guys. I've sort of run out of time. I'm going to head off to the beach and have a swim. Don't know what the weather's like outside. But I will have to leave it here, I think. So we're sort of, we're going to be fighting. We've still got a bit of fighting to do down in this way. We're still not really in a strong position. Let's just go back this way and have a look and see what we can do. Storehouse. I'll just go that way and get the storehouse done, just so we can start to build a bit faster back in this location. It's been a hard start, this one, I've got to say. Been quite tricky. Oh, the mech one that lets you see attacks through. Oh, yes, I remember the one, yes. It's cold, a bit snowy here, says Sithel, but I happen to know it's summer there. Yes, no, it's been rainy, though. Like, it rained yesterday. But it was still a nice-ish day. We went to the beach in the afternoon, so it was a fairly good afternoon. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later, so thanks for watching. I will actually leave this one here, and we'll play that through the week. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow if you're around.